Marcello.
Yeah, welcome back everybody to True Crime Metrix. What have we got? We've got Donna Adelson in, well, I don't know if she's attending. She might be on Zoom, but they are having a case management hearing about her upcoming trial for first-degree murder. We're going to be bringing it to you live, courtesy of WCTV Eyewitness News. Stand by for live event. Donna Adelson. Judge Everett is going to say some stuff. He's going to eat some stuff. He's going to wash his hands and then eat another thing, and then he'll be back. Do you think he dries his hand on his robe? I bet he does. Must be great to be a judge. You know, how many pockets do you think are in that robe? I'm willing to say many. Welcome everybody in chat. How are we doing in... Where is the chat? Wow, this takes you back. Listen to this music. Dun 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 dun. I'm gonna fucking download this and listen to it in the car. I love it. What a progression. Right, Derek? Look at that great seal. Is there any state that actually has a seal, as in the animal, on it? Alaska, maybe. Wouldn't that be great? The Great Seal of Alaska. He's 10 feet tall. With tusks. They don't have tusks, do they? That's the other one. Walrus. Walrus. What's the deal with those guys? The Great Walrus of Florida. That's what Judge Everett's wife calls him. The Great Walrus. I am the walrus. Joke. The Great Seal of Florida. What are we muted? Oh. Very low. Very low. Get some audio, Judge Everett. Come on. Cameraman. Oh, man. When I get to Tallahassee, I'm going to be giving some dirty eye contact to these cameramen. Like, do your job, son.
226.
Whoa.
Mrs. Adelson, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right. We can hear you clearly in the courtroom as well. Your counsel or counsels.
Let us know if that audio is good or bad, guys.
State. Mr. Zellman or Ms. Fulford, whoever would like to go first, or Ms. Dugan.
Your Honor, first thing I want to address, I think it was last week, the week before, Your Honor issued the order concerning the prior investigator. When we were first before the court in December, we were told that the defense would have the benefit of what already occurred. I certainly understand the conflict issues, but our client is being punished and prejudiced in her ability to defend herself, not based on her actions, but on the actions of her former attorneys. It's our understanding that one of the things that the investigator did was travel down to South Florida, take pictures, identify times of travel, We don't have those materials, and we're asking for an exception to the court's order to get those materials, not his reports that he generated from interviewing individuals.
The raw materials.
Just the photographs and those specific notes. And if we want to do it in the process where Your Honor makes sure that that's all that's being transmitted to us, fine, but otherwise, our client's going to have to go to the expense of hiring somebody to do that same exact task.
Problem with this, Mr. Zellman, is if in any way the conflict bleeds over, that compromises the trial itself.
Of course, he knows that. Damn, Judge Everett's quick.
The whole point of stopping the trial, because of the conflict, was not to have to do this a second time. Your client did select who she wanted to represent her. There is a conflict issue tied up in that. At this point, untangling all that is ensnared by the conflict presents more issues. Does the state wish to be heard?
I would
Yes.
defer to your ruling since you did the in-camera review, Judge.
Oh.
As to whether any raw materials that were obtained by the investigator could be used, I will give this additional consideration. However, any report that he has made that remains subject to the ruling, him assisting with the defense remains subject to the ruling. Other matters that you need to address, go ahead.
Yes, Your Honor. In December, you entered the order setting court proceeding dates and procedures.
Yes,
I've conferred with the state, and we have a few requests for changes in those.
go ahead.
With respect to the discovery deadline, which is now set for Wednesday, April 30th of 2025, we would like the order to be amended, if Your Honor agrees, to say that deadline will remain. The exception would be if the parties agree to depositions outside of that date. We've had some problems with getting some depositions scheduled when everyone is available. We already have one set in May 14th, so we would like just the opportunity to hold depositions past April 30th if everyone is in agreement.
Ms. Dugan,
No objection.
very well, the deadline will remain in place. As to whether this would affect any motions that would need to be heard, that would occur once the issue presents itself, but you may schedule the deposition if you need to.
Thank you, Judge. We also were requesting that because of the discovery issues, that we extend the pretrial motion filing deadline to May the 9th and to presenting the final witness and exhibit list to May the 13th. And the state had no objection to that either.
Ms. Dugan,
No objection.
those dates then will be moved as requested by the parties.
Thank you, Judge.
Any other matters the defense needs to raise?
Your Honor, we had previously submitted a proposed order concerning the wealth evidence, and we had
Yes.
addressed it by email with your judicial assistant in the
The wealth evidence, stinking rich.
state. And Your Honor indicated that we would address it here this morning. The purpose of submitting that is so that there is complete clarity on the court's ruling, that there's not an issue. We are not trying to get into a situation where we're having to seek a mistrial.
As to that, I reviewed
really?
the original.
Because that'd be a pretty good idea. I mean, that'd probably be the best idea that you could come up with, getting into a situation where you can seek a mistrial, right? I mean, surely that must be in your realm of techniques and tactics. Because it'd be handy, wouldn't it? Guilty, not guilty, or mistrial.
Order and also what was proposed, they didn't exactly coincide. Is there something in particular that you believe needs to be clarified based from the original order?
I don't think that there is. I think that there's a difference in opinion as to what the court's order meant.
I reviewed the transcript on that as well, and I believe as it went to the state presenting any evidence of motive, or specifically that Mrs. Adelson was somehow involved with the offer of money relating to the, I believe, relocation of the children, that evidence would be permitted as far as any general evidence concerning her money, such as what her net worth was on a particular date. that was not going to be presented. But again, as it relates to presenting evidence on motive, that would be presented. What is unclear about this?
I think that clears up the potential confusion, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Dugan, do you need to be heard on this point?
No, sir.
We've already filed 2 additional motions in limine. There are at least 7 more that we are still working on, and we are hoping to get filed in the next few weeks. When we were here last, I had indicated that there was another motion to suppress. I'd hoped to file previously, but given the depositions that are scheduled, I want to wait until after those, in the middle of April, to get that filed, just to solidify some of the testimony. So but that will be filed before the end of April.
Right. As to the motion in limine concerning the use of the book for impeachment, are the parties capable of handling this matter today?
I've not prepared for that.
We can, I believe that the state's stance is that much of that has already been heard before as well, but we could get with your assistant and set a time for that to be heard.
Go ahead, so that way that matter can be resolved somewhat quickly, I believe, compared to the other motions, but there should be, let me look at the calendar. Probably handle either a 30-minute or 45-minute motion on that, even this week, if all parties are capable of handling it.
Another hearing this week? Fantastic.
State.
Hit us, Judge Everett.
I'm just looking at my calendar.
Cake for everybody.
Looks like I'd be available, I could make myself available almost anytime Thursday and anytime Friday.
Ms. Dugan,
That should work. Maybe Thursday afternoon, we could set something, if I could get with Ms. Kappelman, and we'll email Lynn this afternoon. Would that be okay?
contact Lynn to see what time on Thursday we can go ahead and address the issue
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
of the book.
Yes, sir. And then lastly.
Yeah, we'll be addressing the issue of the book.
Venue issue, we have the materials from our expert. I was hoping to file it last night, but I'm still finishing putting all of the materials together. We also have spoken with the state about their position on filing those materials under seal. That motion to file under seal and proposed order is already done. I can submit those today when I get back to the office. And then the materials themselves, I'd like to say tonight, but realistically probably tomorrow.
Okay. Please file them as soon as you're capable. If there is no dispute from the state concerning whether it's under seal, you may do so.
Ms. Kappelman indicated yesterday that there was no objection from the state, so that portion's already resolved.
Very well. Do the parties need another case management before we get to the more substantive dates and the orders?
The state does not.
Your Honor, at this point, I don't think that we do. If something arises that we cannot work out amongst ourselves and we need to get court intervention, we will certainly contact your judicial assistant.
Well, let me briefly look at the order that was previously set. We're setting all of the dates and deadlines. Looks like the pretrial is already preset by order for 5/16 at 9 o'clock. That will be the next date in which the matter will be addressed outside of any other motions. Unless either party has anything further to address, we'll be in recess for this case.
No, sir.
No,
Thank
sir.
you, Your Honor.
That is the conclusion of the hearing. Have a good afternoon, everyone. Let's move on with our other scheduled 2:30 matters. Afternoon.
We have State Ford versus Tamalon Williams and State Ford versus William Thomas.
Joseph.
William Thomas. Well, that's it. That was it. That was quick, wasn't it? Ah, the Seminoles. Seminole boosters. Booster pack. So what did we do? We had Donna's defense attorneys request the materials from the investigator, the photographs, the videos, not any of his findings or interview materials. The guy that was kicked off the case. And Judge Everett said he's going to need a little time to review the conflict, because we don't want another conflict. Oh, conflict. Dan Rashbaum, what did you do? What did you do, man? Talk about throwing a jigsaw puzzle in the washing machine, letting all the pieces mess around, be shuffled up, get ruined by the water and the pressure, so the jigsaw puzzle can never be made whole again. All you've got's the picture on the box. What else did he say? Wealth evidence. As it pertains to show motive and ability to pay for relocation, I mean, so on and so on. It wasn't, yeah, I mean, I guess Judge Everett's going to go away and have a big think, have a slice of pie, and come back and tell us all about it. But he did say that there might be another, oh, thank you so much, Pie Bird, for that fantastic super sticker. That's wonderful. Yeah, Judge Everett's going to go away, have a slice of pie, have a think, and come back and tell us what his final rulings are. And there may be another case management hearing this week, so tune in next time to find out more. What can we do now? Well, not much. We will be back later on today with more True Crime Metrix content. I don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to be great. We've also got some nice new old stuff coming out soon. I've been working on that for the last couple of days. Stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel, like, share, leave a comment. And I guess we'll see you later on today. Thanks for coming, guys. Thanks for being here, guys. And we'll see you later. Is that it? Or should we go to the comments? Let's have a look at the comments. Just before we go, just before we wind up. Thank you, Pie Bird. Jam Cracker says, what? The one on Thursday will be longer, so there's a case, is it called a case management hearing? Or something else? Well, there's going to be some kind of broadcast, Donna Adelson trial run-up content on Thursday, so remember that, guys. Do you know what time it's starting, Amy? 9 o'clock? 9 o'clock Eastern? I don't know. It was very short, Neverly darling. Don't worry, you can hit it on the replay. It was only 5 minutes long. 10 maybe. Caramely says, I don't even know what happened. Yeah, there wasn't much that happened. Don't worry, but we do want to cover everything that comes out, obviously, as we move forward and closer, ever closer, to the jury selection of Donna Adelson's trial for first-degree murder of FSU law professor Dan Markel, the ex-son-in-law, the ex-husband of her daughter, Wendi Adelson, who is an unindicted co-conspirator and is yet to be charged with anything, just wandering around Austin, Texas. Who wants to see some pictures of Wendi Adelson? Should we show her some pictures? This was actually from a good friend of ours, Michelle, whose cousin was a client, or her company was a client of Wendi Adelson. So we've got some inside scoop. Inside scoop. Where are those pictures? Let's have a look at them now. Let's go to the wiretaps. What do you think about the thumbnail, guys? Any good? Any good? Not good? Who likes the thumbnail? Put a like on the video if you like our thumbnail. I think it's nice. Of course, it's not an up-to-date picture of Donna Adelson. It's an old picture. She's now gained about an additional third of her body mass index. And why? Because they make her eat pasta, spaghetti, and potatoes at the same time. What's for dinner? Spaghetti. Well, what's it served with? Potatoes. It's a heavy carb diet. We've got to add that to the list of the Adelson cookbook recipes, guys. By the way, we've got a tripod for our cell phone, so we will be starting some Cooking with Metrix Adelson themed recipes on our channel page. Be sure to check that out at some later stage. I don't know what's going to be first. Are we going to be cooking paella? Are we going to be cooking... Hey, listen, a paella dish is 35 euros. If you'd like to help us actuate that dream and get a paella dish so we can do Cooking with Metrix Adelson themed cookbook specials, yeah, help us get leave a super chat on the video and help us get a fantastic paella dish. What else have we got? So I'm just going to take a note, sorry. Adelson cookbook. Adelson cookbook. We're still intending to have that released as a physical publication. That's not the right word, is it? A physical print, hardback and softback, by Christmas 2025. So keep an eye out for that on our social networks. We'll be keeping you updated on our social networks. Links in the description for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and the fabulous Discord. Spaghetti and potatoes. We'll be covering that soon in the Metrix kitchen. What else have we got? What was I just about to do? Oh yeah, show you guys some pictures of Wendi that may have never been seen before. So here's one. How about that, huh? Look at her. Nice up-to-date picture of Wendi Adelson. Doesn't she look lovely? Hey, that better be a version cocktail, Wendi. We know you don't drink. Doesn't look like it, is it? Looks like that's full of vodka. Goose. Grey goose. Only the best for an Adelson. We do have another picture. Looks like that facial filler's starting to fall off a bit, doesn't it, Wendi? I hope you've got an appointment booked with your cosmetic surgeon. Looks like her right eye is about to collapse. You can smile all you like, you know, you can't build muscle on fake non-biomaterial. It's just going, gravity, it goes down, okay? You've just added extra weight to your face that can't, you know, spring around. So good luck with that, Wendi, as you're approaching 50. A 50-year-old isn't as good as a 41-year-old. What else can we do? Yeah, do leave a like on the video if you like our thumbnail, guys. You know, I think we can do better. I think we can do a lot better. What else can we do right now? It's always so hard to say goodbye to you beautiful people. But we do have a lot of work to do before tonight's fantastic Metrix episode, whatever that's going to be. Okay, I guess we'll sign off. Thank you for being here, guys. Thank you for coming, and we'll see you real soon later on. Remember to check out, we'll put the notification up on, of course, YouTube, of course, Discord, and all our social networks. Link in the description. Check it out. Add us. Stay in touch with us. We love you. And we'll catch you later. True Crime Metrix out, but only for now.